Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about newborn must-haves. So first thing I want to say, I want to start this off by saying that there are some things that one mom may need that another mom just may not need. And so I just want to make that disclaimer out there. But these are the things that I found that were most useful when I had my baby. My daughter is now 7 months old. And so these are just some of the things that I really needed when she was a newborn. So the first thing I want to talk about is an emery board. Okay, this tiny little thing, an emery board. Um, when babies are born, they have the longest and most sharp fingernails. My daughter's fingernails are super long, super sharp, and no matter how much I file them down or clip them down, they just remain sharp. I mean, that's just the way things. I have just accepted that they're going to be super sharp. But you want to make sure that you file your baby's nails down at least once or twice a week. I sometimes go, once or twice every couple of weeks because I just forget. But once or twice a week would be most optimal for a newborn baby. You also see in a lot of videos, and a lot of doctors will tell you to make sure that you get some fingernail clippers. And I do have some. And they have like the baby ones, the baby fingernail clippers. They look like this. Okay, they're padded here. And there's just a little small baby clipper. The only thing that I don't like about these is that I'm really afraid that I am going to pinch her skin, and that is going to be like completely devastating for the both of us, and I just cannot handle. I can't handle that. So I've only used this maybe a couple of times, but what I do find that is most helpful, honestly, is that baby's fingernails are so thin that I usually just take my own nail and pretty much kind of clip her nail or cut her nail off with my own fingernails. I know some doctors have said, just take your teeth and bite your baby's fingernails off. I don't find that to be very sanitary, and I tried it once. I couldn't figure that out. It didn't work for me. So I'm pretty much just use my own fingernails because mine, are decent length or whatnot. So I just use mine and I peel hers off, and then I'll use the emery board to file her nails down. Another thing that is really important is a thermometer. Okay, I got this one from where did I get this one from? Babies R Us. I got this one from Babies R Us. Um, this will come in handy, and if you don't have a thermometer for your baby, make sure you get one, because especially if you are a brand new mom, a first time mom like I am, you just never know. You don't know. I mean, maybe your baby's crying and the baby won't stop crying and you don't know what's going on. Your baby could be getting too hot. You just want to make sure that you have one of these around just every so often to just check the baby's temperature, just to make sure everything's okay. Because if you're anything like me, you just want to make sure that your baby is okay regardless if the baby has a temperature or not, because you just don't know what's really going on. So a thermometer is always a good thing to have. Another thing that I found was super helpful is a swaddler. Babies love to be swaddled when they are fresh out the womb, when they're newborns. They absolutely love to be swaddled because, I mean, they're in your inside your tummy for 9 months. That's a long time, and you know how small it is in there. So it swallowing them helps them to feel comforted, secure, and it gives them that back in the womb kind of feeling. So I like this swaddler. It's just you can also use this as a wrap. This is by Aiden and Anais. You can get these at Target. These are actually a gift, but you can get them at Target. And just pretty much you can double wrap it and swaddle your baby with them. I also like the swaddlers that come with the Velcro. So there are some swaddlers already made, so you don't have to do much. You just pretty much stick your baby inside and then go that way, go up, boom, it's done for you. Baby's pretty much swaddled. But the only thing that I didn't like about that is that Velcro is loud. The Velcro is very, very loud. And if your baby's asleep in the middle of the night and you're trying to change the baby, ripping that Velcro off, could you imagine that cracking sound to a newborn baby? Completely startles the baby. The baby wakes up. Now you're up. Now you got another 2 and 3 hours that you're going to be up when you could have been asleep or going back to sleep after changing the baby. So, but I will say that I did like the Velcro one because how simple and easy it was to just stick the baby in there and flip this way, flip that way, and the baby swaddled. But I would recommend getting a just like a wrap to wrap the baby. Another one thing that I found that was very useful was the burp cloths. Now a lot of people don't go and buy these burp cloths, but I really like them because they're thick. Um, they Mine has like this part here and this part is a little bit thinner than the middle part. And honestly, all you think you use it to throw over your shoulder, pretty much to cover your shoulder up, so that when you're burping your baby, none of pretty much the baby's not burping and vomiting on you or spitting up on you. And this soaks up everything pretty good. So I really do like these. Some people just use the receiving blankets, which is absolutely fine. I have several of those. Receiving blankets work just as well. Do the exact same thing. Okay. And so either one will work just fine, but you will definitely need a receiving blanket to do that if you do not get the burp cloths. You can use a towel, bath cloth, whatever for a burp cloth. You really could use almost anything as a burp cloth. But those receiving blankets are a definite must have. You definitely need a receiving blanket. Some other things that I thought were like super, super important for a newborn is onesies. Onesies, long sleeve, short sleeve, especially depending on what time of year you have your baby. My baby was born in November, so it was cold. So we had a lot of long sleeve onesies, just like regular white tee onesies. I think those are very, very important. And sleepers. The sleepers, now there are a bunch of different type of sleepers. Like they have some apparently that have magnets on them. I didn't have any of those, and I'm not really sure how I feel about magnets in my baby's clothing. But there are some that have magnets on them. There's the snap kind, and there are the Velcro kind, and then there are the zip up kind. Now my favorite one that I have is the zip up kind. She has quite a few snap ones, but I really absolutely love the zip up kind. And now we have one onesie like this, and I've been trying to find where I could get another one from. And this one was actually a gift, so I need to figure out where did I get this one from because I want another one. But it actually zips up and down from the bottom. So could you imagine how easy it is to change your baby in the middle of the night? Just unzipping it from the bottom, pulling the baby's legs out, changing her, and then zipping it back down. So you don't have to unzip it all the way, unzip the whole thing. So usually if you zip from the top, you have to unzip the whole thing from the top. The baby, skin gets exposed to the cool air. Then that kind of wakes up the baby because that cool air starts to breeze against the baby's skin, and that kind of like wakes the baby up. But if you just unzip it from the bottom, you can just change the baby's diaper super quick, put the baby back in, and keep it moving. So that is absolutely my favorite one. So I watch that one quite often and use that one a lot actually. So that's my most favorite one. Another thing that you will need is Purex or Dreft laundry detergent. Now, my baby, when she was born, she has super, super sensitive skin, and I was very, very protective about just people around her touching her face, skin, all those kind of things. Like, unless you had something on your clothing, I just pretty much didn't allow you to hold my baby because her skin is just so delicate and so soft, and she's gonna have enough going on with her scratching her face because again they have super, super long and sharp fingernails. She already has enough going on with that, and I don't need to add extra things to her super new skin. you know um So we just didn't have want any of those kind of issues. So I would say get some Purex or either Dreft. Dreft was my favorite one actually, and it's, oh my gosh, it smells so good. Like, it smells really, really good. The Dreft laundry detergent, it smells amazing. So, and oh, also I would suggest that you, in the beginning, wash your clothes and your partner's clothes with that detergent as well. Since you two will pretty much be the ones mostly handling the baby, I would wash your clothes in that too. I wash almost everything in it. Like, she co-slept, so, and she still does. I don't know. She'll probably be in my bed for quite some time. But I washed my linen in it. I wash my clothes in it. Her clothes in it. I mean, I pretty much wash pretty much anything that she was going to be on most frequently. I washed it with that laundry detergent so that anything else wouldn't just irritate her skin, because I did find that before, when I was washing my clothes with my regular detergent, I would find that she would end up with, like, some type of rash on her skin. Her skin would start turning really red, things like that. And so once I started making that changeover to using her laundry detergent to wash my own clothes, then I could see a distinct difference in, the rashes on her skin or the changing of coloration on her skin. Boppy pillow. A boppy pillow. Oh, excuse me. The boppy pillow, I don't know who came up with that, but that's the most wonderful idea, the boppy pillow. Now, a lot of moms get that for when they are breastfeeding, but you can also just use it to prop your baby up against it so your baby can sit up some, and the baby's not always on his or her back, and then we end up with that flat head situation, baby end up having to wear a helmet or something like that. So I would say that would be a great thing to have, not only if you're a breastfeeding mom, but for your baby, so that your baby can sit up some. If your baby's anything like mine, my baby barely ever wanted to lay down unless she was sleeping. And mind you, when she was a newborn, she slept for a good 22 hours a day. Like, she was always asleep. And the funny thing is that people would come over to see us all the time, or to see her. They didn't come see us. They came to see her. Right. People came to see her all the time. And she would be asleep the whole time they were there. And then she would wake right up as soon as people would leave. And it would happen every single time. So, but back to what I was saying, that boppy pillow, I would suggest getting one of those, because it will definitely help with having your baby to be able to sit up, and it will help you as well, because you're a new mom, or you are a mom, you have to get things done around the house, so you can sit your baby up in that, and be able to move around a little bit and get a couple things done. I mean, that's the only thing you're gonna be able to get done, is a couple things, because as a new mom, you just want to lug and cuddle on your baby, and so you know how that goes. um Another thing is the diaper genie. Now, I will say many people told me that I would not like that. I wouldn't use it. That it was pretty much pointless to get. But I found that to be super helpful. I live in a townhouse, and so all the bedrooms are upstairs, and I just find it so convenient that that diaper genie is right there in her nursery, where I can just put her diapers in once I'm finished changing her. And also, you don't have to, like, this, it covers up the smell. I mean, do you imagine how many trips to the garbage can you have to take outside to dispose of those dirty diapers? Because that's, once you get enough of those, they start to smell. But in that diaper genie, you can have at least 30, 40 diapers in there before it ever, like, the smell starts to seep out. And I will say that it will start to seep out as you open and close it, once it gets super full. I mean, I've had that happen before, because we'll forget to empty it. But I will say that thing has been a super lifesaver, because I just think it's just super convenient. I don't know why people don't use it. but I definitely use it. Another thing is the drying mat. You're gonna need a drying mat in the kitchen for after you wash and dry. After you wash your baby's bottles, your pumping accessories, the nipples for the baby's bottles, like anything that you washed for your baby concerning your baby, you're going to need somewhere for that stuff to dry. And so I would suggest getting a drying mat. Now, I got mine as a gift from Babies R Us. I put it on my registry. I would suggest doing that. I mean, the mat I think is only like $5, but you can get one of those at Walmart for about $4 or $5 anyway. So I would suggest getting one of those. I also have one of those drying racks that look like grass. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but they had those at Babies R Us also. And I'm not sure if that website is even still in existence now that Toys R Us and Babies R Us have gone out of business. But if it's not, it's still in existence, I'm pretty sure that you can order that on Amazon. Amazon has everything. So that baby drying rack that looks kind of like grass, and if you just type in baby drying rack, I'm pretty sure something like that will pop up. So I would definitely recommend getting a drying mat. Car seat cover. First of all, you need a car seat. They won't even let you leave the hospital without a car seat. So get a car seat and a car seat cover. The car seat cover I ordered off of Amazon. It's called Infant Car Canopy. And this one is amazing because it protects your baby from all types of weather. And it's like a clingy material. It's fabric actually. It's fabric material, and it has like a clingy like elastic portion of it that clings onto the bottom of the car seat. So you wrap it around your baby's car seat, and in the front you can zip it up on both sides in the front, so that you can cover your baby up, or you can zip one side down so that your baby can get some fresh air, but it's still pretty much covered. Then there's also like a little pocket on top. It's like a flapped pocket actually, and it has a mesh portion that comes down, and you can use that. I mostly use that if it is a cool, if it's a sunny day but it's still a little bit breezy out, so that my baby can get some fresh air, but she's not like gonna be cold or anything. So I will just unzip the other part and then pull that mesh part down so that she's still covered. However, she can still see everything. It's a nice sunny day, but it's just a little bit breezy, so I just pull that mesh part down. So that is the best one that I have actually seen. I get multiple compliments on that infant car seat cover. And I have seen some other ones where you just put it over the baby, and if the wind blows, it's blowing as well. And what's the point of that? You're not covering the baby. So I would definitely suggest checking that out on Amazon. That is A1, okay? That is A1. Another thing I would suggest getting is a bath time foam cushion. So I was very kind of worried a little bit about how I should go about bathing my baby. Like, do you put the baby in the sink? Do you, how do you bathe your baby comfortably? Because babies are so small, and, they're just tiny, and you put a little bit of soap on them, it's just slippery. Everything is just like, it's just up in the air. So I put on my registry, when I was doing my registry, I did see a foam cushion. And so this is actually one that I have. It's a little, I think this is a bear or a ladybug. I don't know. It looks like a bear to me. I'm not even sure what it is. But I put this on my registry. This one was also from Babies R Us, but you can also get it on Amazon.com as well. I did see it on Amazon because I did a registry on Babies R Us and on Amazon. But I would suggest getting one of those. I just sat that on the counter next to the sink and put my baby on that and just washed her on there. Very simple, very easy. It's foam, so the water is not gonna, you're not dunking your baby in water, or pouring jugs of water on the baby. So you don't have to worry about water going through the foam and getting on your counter and getting everywhere. You're just washing your baby. You don't use that much water anyway to wash a newborn. So I found this to be super, 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 super helpful when it came to washing my baby. And even when she grew a little bit, now she's 7 months. I stopped using that when she was maybe about 5.5 months old. I got a baby bathtub. My best friend bought her one when she was a newborn, actually, but I didn't start using it right away. So, but when I did start using it, I put this in the bathtub when she got a little bit bigger so that she could lean back on this. There was like a mesh sling in there, but I took that out because I didn't really like that. I thought this was much better, and she actually liked it as well. So that way she's not slipping and sliding all over the bathtub. So it came in handy for both baths, honestly. So those are a lot of things that I thought you might need as for a newborn. Oh, and one other thing, um, a rocker. Okay, so Fisher Price has this rock and play rocker. I actually got mine from a yard sale. And I got it for $3. If you look on Amazon.com or if you go to Target, because they have them in Target and as well. I'm not sure if they have them in Walmart. I don't think I saw them in Walmart. They might, but I don't remember. But I do know that they had them in Target, and I saw them on Amazon, and they were about $60 on Amazon. I got mine for $3 at a yard sale. I did, however, replace the fabric inside of it so that I had a brand new one. You can just go on there and replace that yourself so that you can get a brand new one. But I did replace that on mine so that she had something that was brand new. So pretty much we just had the shell, and then I replaced the fabric on there. But that came in handy all the way up until she was about 5.5 months, where she started to want to like escape. She wants to climb out. And so, but it does have like a little seatbelt strap in there so that you can strap the baby down. But I pretty much don't even use it anymore because she is ready to crawl now, and she's very much mobile and trying to move around and things like that. But when she was a newborn, I use it religiously every day, all day, for everything. If you want to go to the bathroom, put the baby in that, go to the bathroom. You might want to take the baby in the bathroom with you because, as a new mom, the baby just wants to be with you. So you're going to have to take her with you. Taking a shower, put the baby in that, take a shower. Baby's where with you? Next to the shower. You're going to cook dinner, put the baby in there. Take the baby with you. I mean, every time I had to do something, I put her in that so that I could do what I needed to do and that she was still right there with me. So I found that to be super, super helpful. One last thing that I found that was, super, super like convenient, other than the rock and play rocker, was a sling, a baby carrier. I would definitely say get one of those because when your baby just wants to be held, but you have life going on, you got to, if you're a teacher like me, you got lesson plans that you need to do, or you have to cook dinner, or you have to run a bath for your other kids if you have other kids, or you just have to do your laundry, do the dishes, anything. Your baby just wants to be next to you, and in order for you to get your things done, you have to be able to hold the baby some kind of way and be able to move on and take care of life. So I find that a baby carrier was super, super helpful. I just stuck the baby inside. She's right up next to me, swaddled up, cuddled up next to me, and I was able to get breakfast made. I was able to eat, and when she was very small, I was able to even nurse her in the carrier that I had. I cannot think of the name of the one that I have right now, and once I find it, I will link it down below. But I got mine from Burlington Coat Factory. That's where I got mine from. So those are some of the things that I feel like you are going to need as a new mom or as a first time mom or whatever. Some other things, if you are a breastfeeding mom, you're definitely going to need a breast pump. Now, most people get a breast pump for free through their insurance. I got the Medela Pump and Style. Do I like it? It's okay. I wish that I had one that I could just charge and be on my way, because I absolutely hate pumping now because it requires me to sit. I have to sit here and take 15 minutes, maybe 20, and pump. So that's the only thing about pumping that I don't like, is that I have to sit still and do it. It just takes too much time. I don't like to sit and do it. But you will need a pump. You will need your pump accessories like the cups and all those kind of things. If you are a mom that's getting ready to go back to work, I would suggest getting the Free Me cups. FREEMIE. Free Me cups. You can get those at Walmart. They look like boobs. I mean, they're just regular cups, but they actually look like boobs. So you can actually stick them inside your bra, and they come with their own tubes. They come with their own tubes. So you attach those tubes to the tubes that come with your pump, and you just stick those inside, and you can pretty much pump. So like I could have that on right now and you wouldn't know. Well, you probably would know, because my pump is like annoyingly loud. It's very loud. That's another thing I don't like about it. There are some that are not as loud and not as obnoxious as the one I have, but that's something that you could definitely do, is get those Free Me cups. I would recommend those. When I was working, I'm actually on summer break right now. Again, I say I'm a teacher, so I'm on summer break. But when I was working, I had those Free Me cups, and I was able to pump during my planning periods, so that I could actually get some work done and be able to pump as well. So I would definitely recommend those. I also recommend you getting a hands-free bra. I got mine from Babies R Us. You can get them from Target, you can get them from Walmart, you can get them on Amazon.com. I would also recommend that you get a sleep bra and a nursing bra. I have several nursing bras that I just ordered on Amazon. The sleep bra I got from Babies R Us also. No, I didn't. I actually got that one from Target. I got it from Target. Any brand. I mean, the brand that I have, I don't even remember what kind it is, but it's just a regular. It just seems like it looks like a sports bra almost, but it's not a sports bra, definitely, because it allows you to be able to nurse your baby easily, because you can just slide that one side back behind your breast and then nurse your baby that way, especially if you are a co-sleeping mom. I find that very, very easy to do with that type of bra on. Now, the reason I recommend you getting a sleeping bra is because when you first come home from the hospital, your breasts are just going to be engorged. So get used to it. Just get used to it. There's pretty much nothing you can do. They're just going to be engorged until you either pump it out or you get your baby to nurse it out. And when I tell you that, many nurses and doctors will tell you don't pump, don't pump. But like, what are you going to do? Like, I didn't pump, and I was in so much pain, the most amount of pain that I could ever fathom. Like, it was horrible. And then I also could not get my baby to latch on correctly. So that was even more painful. So I ended up just, first of all, I texted my best friend. I was like, what do I need to do? She was like, you need to release this milk and pump. So I was like, okay. So I just pumped and I felt so much better, but it just comes back. And so for, the next couple weeks, it was just, you know, big boobs McGee. Hopefully no one's offended by that, but my boobs were huge. Now, granted, I am a small-chested woman, so I kind of liked having the big boobs, but, I didn't like all that pain that came with it. So you can have it. You can have it. I'll keep my little bees over here. But Oh, and the two more things I need to mention. You need to get pumping bags. I ordered these from Amazon, and they come in a little box, and the box come with four bags like this that are filled with bags, and I get 100 of them for like $15. And so this is the bag. Oh wait, is it this side? Yeah. This is a 6-ounce bag. Now that my daughter is eating a little bit more, I do fill this up past the 6 ounce line. So I probably can still get maybe about 8 ounces in here. So you just rip this part here, and then you can put all the information that you need up here in this little white section up here. Your baby's name, how much milk is inside. Now, I don't write my baby's name here because my daughter doesn't go to a daycare or anything. But if your kid goes to a daycare or someone else takes care of the baby and multiple babies as well, then I would suggest writing your baby's name and the date. I just write the date here and how much milk is in the bag, and then I store it in the freezer. That's pretty much all that I do. Last but not least, I would recommend getting some coconut oil or Vaseline for those sore nipples that you're going to have. I mean, you pretty much just going to have this issue. My nurse, when I was at the doctor's office, when I was at the hospital, sorry, she recommended just using coconut oil. Now, there's all types of things that you can get for sore nipples, but coconut oil, Vaseline, just regular Vaseline, I'm pretty sure you already have some at the house, or coconut oil. Everyone's using coconut oil for everything nowadays, so I'm pretty sure you already have some. Just put some of that on there, and also that actually is not a bad taste for the baby if you use coconut oil. So I would actually recommend the coconut oil other than anything else. So when I put the Vaseline on there, before I nurse my baby, I kind of would like wipe it off a little bit because I just felt like, I mean, no, could you imagine having Vaseline in your mouth? Like, ugh. So I would definitely recommend, slathering and lathering it in coconut oil, just for yourself. And just a tip for moms, if you have a baby that's like mine, the skin definitely regenerates itself, so don't worry about that. But again, these were just some of the things that I needed for my baby. And just remember, moms, that every baby's different, every mom is different. What I needed for my baby may not be things that you need for your baby, or it may be the things that you might need. But I just want to also put out there that if you buy a lot of things that cost a lot of money, just make sure you keep your receipts, because your baby may not even like these things. We got a lot of things that were gifts, and my baby just didn't care for them. And I kind of wish I had receipts for these things so I can exchange them for other stuff, because we just have a lot of stuff. And so pretty much I'm having to give a lot of things away. I've kept some things in case I decide to have another kid, but again, there's just a lot of things out here that you or your baby may or may not need. So, what you gonna do? But again, this is just my tips. Until next time.